Hi there. Welcome to English R&L. Woman raising hand graduation cap. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest reasons why millions of English learners struggle to speak fluently. You're constantly translating in your head. And that's exactly why. You can't speak English naturally. But don't worry, this video will help you break free from that habit forever. We'll go deep into why it happens, and I'll show you powerful, science-backed methods to help you speak English confidently, naturally, and without translation. So grab a notebook. You're about to learn what schools never taught you. Brain Part 1. What does translating in your head really mean? Sound familiar? When you hear English, you translate it into your native language first. When you want to speak, you think in your language, then try to translate to English. The result? You speak slowly, lack confidence, or even stay silent. Right arrow. That's called mental translation, and it's the fluency killer. Pushpin. What's the real problem? Translating in your head isn't a sign that you're bad at English. It's a sign that you're using your brain the wrong way for language. Here's what happens. You learned your first language, L1, naturally. You learned English, L2, by translating it from L1. But native speakers don't translate when they speak English. And you don't translate when you speak your native language either, right? Test tube. What does research say? Studies from Cambridge University and MIT reveal, translating between languages can slow brain response time by up to 80%, and increases anxiety when speaking. In other words, the more you translate, the slower you speak. The slower you speak, the less confident you become. Puzzle piece part 2. Common habits that keep you stuck in translation. Mode 1. Learning isolated words. Example. You learn beautiful equals DEP. Now you want to say, she's very beautiful. Your brain goes, Coirat DEP equals she is very beautiful. Right arrow. You're translating, not speaking. Point 2. Listening without repeating. You watch English videos or listen to podcasts, but you don't repeat out loud. Your brain receives input but doesn't practice output. Right arrow. That's like watching people exercise and expecting to get fit. Point 3. Thinking in your native language when learning English. Example. You're asked to write about your weekend. You plan it in your native language, then try to translate. Crossmark. Big mistake. That slows you down and builds bad habits. Collision. Part 3. How native speakers learn. Without translating, let's look at how native English-speaking children learn. They listen before they understand. They copy what they hear. They don't study grammar, but still speak correctly. They repeat phrases over and over. Their brain links meaning directly to English. No translation. You can do the same. White heavy checkmark. Part 4. 3 signs you're trapped in the translation zone. Sign description. What it causes. Brain. You think in your native language first before speaking English. Slow, unnatural speech. Pause button. You need to pause and think when talking. Wait, how do I say this? Hesitation. Anxiety. Open book. You study grammar but don't speak. You memorize rules, not phrases. Lack of real-world fluency. Light bulb. Part 5. The roadmap to natural English. In this video series, here's what you'll master. PAT 1. Today. Understand the root problem. Why you translate in your head. PAT 2. Discover 5 powerful daily habits that train your brain to think in English. PAT 3. Practical speaking drills. speak naturally in real-life situations. PAT 4. How to build an English-speaking environment without living abroad. Headphone no translation challenge. Try this after the video. For the next 3 days, white heavy checkmark every morning. Say 3 things you'll do today in English. No writing, no translating. White heavy checkmark. Watch 5 minutes of English content daily. Pause and repeat every sentence. White heavy checkmark. Don't use a bilingual dictionary. Use English to English or picture dictionaries. Asterisk in PAT 1. We discovered the hidden problem that stops millions of learners from speaking fluently. You're translating in your head. That habit makes you slow, nervous, and unnatural when you speak. But today, that changes. In this video, you'll learn 5 powerful habits that will retrain your brain to think in English, so you can speak faster, more naturally, and with total confidence. These are the same habits native speakers use, and they're backed by language, science, and real-life results. So stay with me to the end, because habit number 5 is a total game changer. Brain habit 1. Use chunks, not individual words. Stop memorizing single words like flashcards. Start learning phrases the way native speakers do. White heavy checkmark. Why it works. When you say, "Thanks a lot, I'm not sure about that, let me think." You're not thinking word by word. You're thinking in chunks. That's how your brain processes language patterns, not individual vocabulary. Hammer and wrench. How to practice. Write down 10 common chunks each week. Use them in sentences immediately. Repeat them out loud daily until they come out naturally. Speaking head. Example chunks. I don't really know. Can I get a coffee, please? It depends on the situation. I was just about to. You don't translate these, you just use them. A brain habit 2. Describe your day. In English, the best time to train your brain to think in English? During daily routines. Sun morning routine. Speaking while brushing your teeth or making coffee. Say, I'm brushing my teeth. I need to leave by 8. Where's my phone? Don't worry about grammar. Just talk to yourself, out loud or silently. House evening reflection. At night, review your day in English. Today was busy. I had lunch with Sarah. I learned a new English phrase. It's not about perfection, it's about building an English thinking habit. Brain habit 3. Speak first, then check later. Most learners stop to check grammar or vocabulary before speaking. That's backward. Counterclockwise. Arrows button. Flip the process. Speak first. Then, if needed, look up a better way to say it. This trains your brain to try English first, not your native language. Speech balloon practice. Example. Let's say you want to say, I forgot how to say something. Just try, right arrow, I don't remember the word. Right arrow, I can't think of it in English. Later, check if there's a better phrase. But don't stop yourself from speaking. A brain habit 4. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing equals repeat what you hear immediately, with the same rhythm and tone. Headphone. Why shadowing works. It trains your mouth and brain to copy natural speech patterns. Learn intonation, rhythm, stress. Stop overthinking grammar. Studio microphone. How to shadow. Pick a short video, 1 to 2 minutes. Listen to a sentence, repeat it immediately. Try to sound like the speaker. Replay and improve television. Best content to shadow. TED Talks, Netflix scenes, YouTube conversations, podcasts with real dialogues. Tip: start with slow speed videos. Then increase speed over time. A brain habit. 5. Label your world in English. Make English your default language by surrounding yourself with it. Label objects. Put English labels on common items: mirror, fridge, shoes, remote. Control: your brain will automatically associate the English word with the object. No translation needed. Mobile phone: change your phone's language to English now every time you open your device. You're training your brain to think in English first. Puzzle piece. Bonus tip: talk to AI or apps in English only. Use apps like ChatGPT, Brain, HelloTalk, Globe showing Europe, Africa, Elsa Speak, Speaking Head, and AI Assistant. Speak or type only in English. Force your brain to solve problems without translation. Repeat button. Combine the 5 habits into a daily routine. Here's a sample daily plan: 15 to 30 minutes total time. Activity: habit used morning, 5 minutes. Describe your morning actions. Habit 2, afternoon, 5 to 10 minutes. Label items you use. Habit 5, evening, 10 min. Shadow part of a video. Habit 4, anytime. Use English chunks in thought or speech. Habit 1, after speaking, review and improve. Habit 3, speech balloon. Real learner story: Maria from Brazil said, "I used to think in Portuguese and translate everything. After 2 weeks of these habits, I started thinking in English automatically, even dreaming in English." If you've made it to PAT3, give yourself a big high five. Raising hands in PAT1, we exposed the biggest fluency killer: translating in your head. In PAT2, we built 5 powerful daily habits to help you think in English. And now, in PAT3, it's time to take action. Get ready for real-life speaking practice that's easy, practical, and powerful, so you can speak English naturally, confidently, and without overthinking. Direct hit goal: practice speaking in real-life situations using English thinking, not translation. You'll learn how to speak naturally in common situations. Phrases and responses used by native speakers. Quick response drills to boost fluency. Role plays for solo learners. Yes, even if you're alone. Shopping bags. 1. At the store, shopping in English scenario: you walk into a clothing or grocery store. Headphone. Useful phrases: excuse me, do you have this in a size M? How much is this? Do you take credit cards? I'm just looking, thanks. I'll take this one. Speech balloon. Real practice. You: hi, I'm looking for a white shirt. Clerk: sure. What size do you need? You: medium, please. Clerk: here you go. Would you like to try it on? You: yes. Where's the fitting room? Counterclockwise arrows button. Repeat this dialogue out loud 3 times. Then try changing white shirt to blue jeans or black shoes. Hot beverage 2. At a cafe, ordering food or drink scenario: you go to your favorite coffee shop. Headphone. Useful phrases: can I get a large iced coffee, please? I'd like a cappuccino to go. For here or to go? That's all, thank you. Can I see the menu? Speaking head. Solo practice drill: imagine walking up to the counter. Say this: hi, I'd like a green tea latte, no sugar, and a blueberry muffin. For here, please. Thanks. Then try changing the drink, adding extras, e.g., with soy milk, using different tenses. I had a latte earlier. Airplane 3. At the airport, travel English scenario. You're flying internationally and need to communicate with staff. Headphone useful phrases. Where's gate A12? How long is the flight? Is this the line for check-in? Can I have a window seat, please? I'm traveling for business. Brain English only challenge. Answer quickly, no translation. Question: what do you say if your flight is delayed? A. Excuse me, my flight is delayed. Can I get more information? Question: you need to ask about luggage. A. Where can I collect my bag? Waving hand for. Introducing yourself. Casual conversation scenario. Meeting someone new. At school, online, or at an event. Headphone useful phrases. Hi, I'm, your name. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? What do you do? That sounds interesting. Let's keep in touch. Performing arts role-play practice. By yourself. You. Hi, I'm Anna. Partner, imaginary. Hey Anna. I'm Tom. Where are you from? You. I'm from Vietnam. How about you? Partner, I'm from Australia. What do you do? You. I'm a student. I'm learning English every day. Lightbulb pro tip. Record yourself saying this. Listen back and improve. Telephone receiver 5. Making a phone call. No visual cue scenario. You're calling customer service, a hotel, or a friend. Headphone useful phrases. Hi, this is, your name. I'm calling about. Could you repeat that, please? Can I speak to someone in English? Thank you for your help. I'll call back later. Studio microphone solo phone drill. Pretend you're calling a hotel. You. Hello, I'd like to book a room for 2 nights. Hotel. Sure. What dates? You. From July 10th to July 12th. Hotel. Do you want a single or double room? You. A double, please. With breakfast included. Repeat. Then try switching the hotel to a restaurant, reservation, a delivery service, your internet provider. Collision fluency booster. Quick response speed drills. Say the first thing that comes to mind, without translating. Person running practice round 1. 1 word prompts. Coffee, flight, friend, restaurant, weekend. You. Say a full sentence in English, fast. X. Coffee. I drink coffee every morning. Now you try. No pausing. No thinking in your native language. High voltage practice round 2. Quick Q&A. Answer as fast as you can in English. What did you eat today? What do you usually do on weekends? Do you like music? What kind? How's the weather today? What are you doing tomorrow? Speak out loud. Speed plus natural flow equals fluency. Puzzle piece language without translation. Mindset shift. Speak like a native by thinking like a native! Exclamation mark. Rules to remember. Don't try to make it perfect. Make it natural. Focus on the idea, not the exact words. Keep going, even if you make mistakes. Practice daily, even for 5 minutes. Talk to yourself, your pet, your mirror, anyone. Lightbulb pro tips for solo learners. Use a mirror and pretend you're talking to someone. Record yourself every day for 30 seconds. Practice at the same time. Each day use AI tools like ChatGPT to simulate conversations. Create a script bank of useful phrases and review them weekly. Loudspeaker wrap up. Get ready for the final transformation. You did it. In this part, you practiced real-life English. In white heavy checkmark shopping white heavy checkmark ordering food white heavy checkmark traveling white heavy checkmark introducing yourself white heavy checkmark making phone calls. You trained your brain to respond automatically in English, without needing to translate. Asterisk you've made it to PAT4, and that means you're serious about mastering English. So far, you've learned PAT1, why translating in your head blocks fluency. PAT2, 5 powerful habits to think in English. PAT3, real-life speaking practice. To speak naturally. And now, in PAT4, we're going to do something truly transformational. You'll learn how to surround yourself with English 24/7, so it becomes your second nature, your default language, even if you never leave your hometown. Because the truth is, globe showing Europe, Africa, you don't need to move to an English-speaking country. Brain, you can bring English into your life, everywhere, every day. Your brain, why immersion matters, environment shapes behavior. James Clear, Atomic Habits. The more English you hear, see, read, speak, and think every day, the more fluent you become. That's why babies become fluent in any language. They're surrounded by it all the time. Let's recreate that immersion, for you, House 1. Turn your home into an English zone. You don't need a fancy course. You need the right atmosphere. Pushpin, change your phone and devices to English. Mobile phone, phone menu, laptop, computer, computer settings, hammer and wrench. Apps like YouTube, Google, Maps, Gmail. Right arrow, every click becomes practice. Pushpin, label everything. Use sticky notes or printable labels. Object, label, mirror, mirror, door, door, fridge, refrigerator, toothbrush, toothbrush. Light switch, turn on the light. Right arrow, you'll start thinking in English every time you see these objects. Pushpin, use English when talking to yourself. Examples: where are my keys? I need to cook dinner. I'll clean the room later. Speak your thoughts aloud, like you're narrating your day. Headphone 2. Build an English input system, listening everywhere. Let English be the background music of your life. Studio microphone, podcasts and audio, passive and active listening. Passive listening, while walking, cooking, cleaning. Headphone, the English we speak. BBC headphone, Luke's English podcast. Headphone, all ears. English, active listening. With shadowing and repetition, choose 2 to 5 minute clips on YouTube. Pause. Repeat. Copy, tone and rhythm. Right arrow, use apps like Audible, for English audiobooks. Spotify, for English learning playlists. Books 3. Feed your brain with English reading. Open book, start with simple, fun reading. Children's stories, e.g., The Little Prince, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Graded readers, level 1 to 6, short stories and dialogues. News in simple English, e.g., VOA Learning English. Mobile phone with arrow, use these websites: newsandlevels.com, breakingnewsenglish.com. Readlang turns websites into learning tools. Right arrow, read aloud when possible to combine reading plus speaking. Speaking. Head 4. Speak English every day, even alone. The biggest fluency secret: speak more. Door, talk to yourself in the mirror. Describe what you're doing. Practice questions and answers. Give a speech on a random topic. Example: today I'll talk about my favorite movie. Studio microphone, record yourself. Use your phone or computer. 2. Tell a story from your life. Summarize a YouTube video. Share your opinion on a topic. Right arrow, listen back, find mistakes, and improve your pronunciation. Brain, solo role play, technique act out different scenes, like you're in a movie, ordering at a cafe, calling a hotel, talking to a friend about your weekend, giving directions to a tourist. Use a script if you need, then try without it. Globe with Meridians 5. Connect with real people, online and offline. You don't need to live abroad. Just talk to others online. Globe showing Europe Africa apps for English conversation. Hello Talk Tandem Speaky Italki for speaking with tutors. ConversationExchange.com Right arrow talk to native or fluent speakers 10 to 20 minutes per day. Speech Balloon join English groups or clubs, Facebook groups, Reddit, e.g. r/English Learning, Telegram or Discord groups, YouTube live chats, ask questions, share tips, or just comment in English. Mobile phone 6. Create an English-only digital world. Your phone is either helping or hurting your fluency. Counterclockwise arrows button. Clean up your digital environment. Unfollow pages in your native language. Follow English learning YouTubers, bloggers, TikTokers. Subscribe to English newsletters and podcasts. Set your Explore feed on Instagram or YouTube to English content. Repeat button. Bonus. Sample daily English immersion plan time activity skill morning. 5 minutes. Speak your morning routine aloud. Speaking breakfast. 10 minutes. Listen to a podcast. Listening commute/walk. Label items in your surroundings. Vocabulary afternoon break. Read a short article. Reading evening. 15 minutes. Role play or record yourself speaking before bed. Review your day in English. Reflection. Even with just 30 to 45 minutes a day, you'll notice major progress within weeks. Lightbulb. Final advice. Make English part of who you are. Don't treat English as a subject. Treat it as a lifestyle. Make it part of your identity. I'm a person who speaks English every day. Be proud of small progress. Every sentence you say in English equals one step closer to fluency. Party popper. PAT. For wrap up. You've done it. White heavy check mark. You now understand why translating in your head is the problem. PAT 1.